Hi, welcome back. Certainly glad you could join us today. I thought today we'd do a little bit of painting. It's a lot of fun and I think you'll really enjoy it. Today we're going to do a couple of Botticelli recreations. The first one we'll be doing is The Birth of Venus. So today I've got my regular old pre-stretched double prime canvas up here, and I've just got it covered with liquid white, so it's all ready to go. Now let's start with a little bit of phthalo blue. Let's just start with a happy little sky. Now the sky, remember, it starts dark up at the top and it gets lighter as we go closer. Oh, I think that just looks great. Now, Botticelli was an Italian artist during the Italian Renaissance movement. Botticelli always had his paintings act out a scene, so there was lots of motion being portrayed. Also, he painted in perspective, so he used a lot of contrast with both light and dark colors. So in this scene, we're painting Venus coming out of the shell with Zephyr and Aura blowing the wind in the left corner and Hore welcoming her on the right. Now we'll get on with a little bit of Prussian blue. We'll make our sea. And seas start light at the top and get darker as they go to the bottom. We'll re-dip our brush. Now I think that looks just fine. Now, despite Botticelli being deeply religious, he rarely painted religious themes, but instead, in this case, painted Greek myths. This is probably a result of the migration of Greek scholars to Italy during the Italian Renaissance. And even though he wasn't religious, his net Platonism style helped him appeal to Christian tastes. Now for our Venus, let's use some titanium white and Van Dyke brown to make a good skin color. And here we go. And we're going to give Venus some nice, pretty cadmium yellow hair. Now, believe it or not, Botticelli was an apprentice at 14 for the Medici painter Filippo Lippi. By 15, he had established his own style and had his own workshop. The Medici family was a huge influence on Botticelli. They offered him a studio space in the palace, and he became a great friend with Lorenzo and Ghirlandaio di Medici. Now, let's just finish up the two in the corner. We'll use some Van Dyke brown for the hair, and a mix of sap green and titanium white for Zephyr's cape. And here he is, blowing the wind onto Venus. And our friend up top, he's going to have a blue cape. And don't forget, this is your painting if you're following along at home, and you can do anything you like. I'm just going to add a couple mouths in there, just blowing wind onto Venus. And now, let's do Venus's friend, Hooray. Now she's gone. Here she is. And now Hooray has got long, red flowing hair. So we use some Van Dyke brown, some crimson. Now to the viewers at home, that may look pink, but it's not. It's red. What beautiful hair. And for the cape she's holding up, we'll take some crimson and some midnight black to just finish it right up. And now Aphrodite, she's not standing in the sea, she's standing, you guessed it, on a shell. I'm just going to draw that in real quick. And I think that looks just fine. Now for our next Botticelli painting. I hope you enjoyed that one. We'll be doing a nice little picture called The Abyss of Hell, which was painting after visiting the Sistine Chapel and claiming to be of a sophistical turn of mind. Hi, welcome back. I have my pre-stretched wet canvas, so we can go ahead and start. Let's begin with some dark sienna and mix it in with some crimson to get our background color. And maybe just a hint of orange. Now around this time, Botticelli stopped painting mythical themes and turned to religious themes, which he had avoided for a while. This was because of his best friend, Lorenzo de' Medici's death, resulting in his paintings becoming apocalyptic. So I'm just going to take a little bit of midnight black and create our outline for the map of hell. As you can see, it's very cone-shaped. We have lots of little layers. Each layer is a level of hell. That's a lot of layers. Almost as much as that cake I like to eat. 3-layer cake. Now let's start with these tiny people inside each layer of hell, using some more midnight black. Now, your tiny people, they don't have to look exactly like mine. You can put your own little twist on them. This one had his face charred in a fire. Botticelli created this painting based off a description of hell from Dante's Divine Comedy. And this map that he painted is very intricate in detail because it includes various scenes from Divine Comedy, including Dante's encounter with the Minotaur. Now, after he finished these paintings, around 1497, Botticelli stopped painting altogether and even burned his own paintings, which had pagan themes in the bonfire of vanities. Burning, similar to the fate of this man's face. Botticelli was accused of sodomy, and 2 years later he decided where Michelangelo's David would be placed. Another piece of Botticelli's that's pretty important is his Primavera. This painting was made for the Medici family. You can see this through the orange grove in the background, which was the Medici family's symbol, and by all the jewelry the women wear, which are in the Medici family colors. Botticelli was born on March 1st, 1445, and died on May 17, 1510, at the age of 64. Now, I hope you enjoyed painting with us today. I sure did. And I hope you join me next time. We'll be painting a river scene. Thank you, and God bless.